Good morning and welcome in on this Wednesday. It's Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along as we take a look at your latest local news from around the region. It's your one and only Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your Wednesday news headlines each week brought to you by your two-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. Let's check out this week's front page headlines. LMAS and Pathways detail their 2024 efforts. Local dog bite incidents could have a seasonal trend. We're off to see The Wizard with Engadin's next school musical. Should you delete that information, you've had your DNA analyzed. Retail index numbers are on the decline. This week's field research goes in pursuit of Rudyard's white owl. Those stories and more available inside this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. In your latest local news this morning, 6 different Michigan tribal groups have withdrawn from discussions with Enbridge Energy and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers over the Line 5 tunnel project. Native American groups and tribes are citing environmental concerns and disregard for tribal input for reasons that they no longer want to discuss or support a fast-tracking of any Line 5 project in the Straits of Mackinac. The Line 5 pipeline, which is operated by Enbridge Energy, was built in 1953, transports crude oil and natural gas liquids through a 645-mile span that runs from Superior, Wisconsin to Sarnia, Ontario, and cuts directly through the Straits of Mackinac. The Bay Mills Indian community and the Sault Ste. Marie tribe of Chippewa Indians are now part of a 6 different tribal group in Michigan, say that they no longer believe the project is what's best for Michigan. The tribes believe the project, which would replace a segment of the aging oil pipeline beneath the Straits of Mackinac in a tunnel format, could pose a significant risk of ecological damage to the Great Lakes water system. Enbridge Energy is maintaining that the project is needed and is crucial for energy security and enhancing the safety of the pipeline. The project has been tied up in legal battles and challenged by environmental groups for many years. Enbridge wants to replace and relocate the segment of Line 5 that runs through the Straits of Mackinac into an underground tunnel beneath the waterway area. Environmental advocates have expressed concerns about the devastating risk of an oil rupture in the Straits. However, those supporting the project say that it's needed to help operate critical energy infrastructure and have significant economic impact. After making their announcements, the tribal groups all also sent a letter to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers making their positions clear that the proposed project is dangerous, can't move forward for the sake of the land. Tribal officials are said to have resorted to measures because despite their involvement in conversations about the project, they believe their voices have been disregarded and opinions overlooked. Transportation officials are recommending that the Mackinac Bridge be assessed for risk of collapse in the event it was struck by a ship or freighter passing through the Straits of Mackinac. The safety recommendations have been issued for 68 different U.S. bridges, including the Mackinac Bridge. Comes in the wake of the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore last year. In March of 2024, a container ship lost power while leaving the port of Baltimore, struck a pillar of the Key Bridge, causing it to collapse and kill 6 construction workers. As part of the investigation into that report, the National Transportation Safety Board has released a document titled Safeguarding Bridges from Vessel Strikes, the Need for Vulnerability Assessment and Risk Reduction Strategy. As part of that document, the Mackinac Bridge and over 60 others across the U.S. need to be reassessed to see if they are at risk of collapse if they, too, were struck by a ship. Transportation safety officials also are urging owners of those bridges to undertake the immediate vulnerability assessments that go with it. 4 different urgent safety recommendations are part of the ongoing investigation into the collapse of that bridge in Baltimore last year. You can view the full report and get more information by going to ntsb.gov and reading the Safeguarding Bridges from Vessel Strikes document. Tequamanon Area Schools has announced that they will soon be revamping their front entranceway. A story first reported in last week's edition of the Newberry News says that the Tequamanon Area Schools Board of Education discussed a front entrance construction project, which will be another piece of the district's ongoing bond construction work. The project will start when summer break begins at TAS, focus on the area between the village sidewalk to the front of the school. The front driveway at Tequamanon Area Schools in Newberry will be completely repaved, and angle parking will be created in the current area of the grassy median that's next to the roadway. District Superintendent Stacy Price says that the front parking project will create over 30 parking spots. They're also going to redo ADA-compliant ramps, and new ramps will be constructed going into the main entrance. The middle driveway of the front entrance at TAS is currently blocked by construction gates and will be filled in. Buses at the district will continue to load and unload in front of the school. Students will still be picked up by parents in the rear entrances behind the school. The new public entrance to the library and Consolidated Community Schools offices was completed last summer. The district is now looking to enhance the entrance project and have it finished by the start of next school year. The Tequamanon Area Band Boosters are hosting an instrument drive. If you have an instrument collecting dust, don't know what to do with it, the TAS Band Boosters could use your support. The group is seeking medical instruments to support all aspiring young musicians in the school district and the community. Students will be given the opportunity to learn and grow through music. Donations will help keep music education alive in schools, and giving an instrument a second life will be cherished in the hands of a passionate learner. Every donation can make a difference. You can bring your instruments to the main office at the Tequamanon Area Schools between April 7th and April 30th. They're accepting brass, woodwind, percussion, and all accessories, including cases and tuners. They'll accept instruments in all conditions. You have an instrument, or if you don't have an instrument, you can still contribute. Cash donations and other options are available by contacting the Tequamanon Area Band Boosters. For more information, you can contact Nicole Gustafson. She's the music instructor at Tequamanon Area Schools. The Erickson Center for the Arts and the Pine Performance Center are getting ready for a big giveaway as part of their next family movie night at the Pine Performance Center. Winners of the giveaway will be announced April 3rd on Facebook, and the family movie night will take place Saturday, April 22nd. Just go to the giveaway post on the Erickson Center for the Arts Facebook page and comment on a movie that you would like to see as part of the family movie night. All entries will be entered in with 4 tickets and a concession voucher to that family movie night Saturday, April 26th. Again, go to the Erickson Center for the Arts Facebook page, comment and vote on movies for the final family movie night of the season. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 26th. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your Wednesday news brought to you by your 2-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. The latest edition of your award-winning Newberry News is available now. Time now to check in with sports this morning. The Lake Superior State University men's basketball team falling in the NCAA Division II quarterfinals yesterday. Lakers were in Evansville, Indiana to take on Dallas Baptist. Fell 98-85, ending a dream season for the Lakers. They went 30-7 overall, 16-4 in GLIAC play, and were undefeated at home in Sault Ste. Marie. Lake State led Dallas Baptist 38-37 at the half, but faded in the second. Devin Womack led the Lakers with 20 points in the contest. Another big win for the Pistons, who are one away from clinching a winning record this season. Detroit goes to 41-32 on the season with a 122-96 victory over the San Antonio Spurs. All-star guard Cade Cunningham sat out, dealing with a left calf contusion. The rest of the Pistons picked up the slack. 4 starters in double figures. The Pistons were let off the bench by a big night for Marcus Sasser. He had 27 in the contest, 5 of 7 from three-point land to lead the Pistons to a victory. Your latest forecast for the day today. Here's what we will see. Mostly cloudy skies early, becoming partly sunny as we get into the afternoon. Highs will be near 40 with calm winds west, 5 miles per hour. Thursday, more sunshine, highs in the low 40s, northwest winds 5 to 15. Friday, rain and snow mixing in, cloudy skies, highs dip back into the low 30s. I'm Dan Harderbrook. That is your latest Newberry News update. It's M123 FM.
Covering stories that interest the community, readers have come to depend on the Newberry News. Subscribe to the digital edition for early Wednesday morning access or get the print edition delivered to your doorstep. The Newberry News, your news and information leader.